Hello everyone and welcome to our video series on Learn German Grammar. In this video, we'll be doing 5 conjunctions that take the position 0. These conjunctions are und, oder, denn, aber, sondern. In short, you can call them o sudah. So let's begin. O sudah, oder, sondern, und, denn, aber. Konjunktionen in Position 0. Before we begin with these conjunctions, you should remember that the function of a conjunction is to bring two sentences or parts of a sentence together. So let's begin with the first one. Oder. With this conjunction, you generally have an alternative, this or that. Let's look at the first example. Here are two sentences. Max fährt nach Berlin. Bleibt zu Hause. Now we will bring these two sentences together with the help of conjunction oder. So you would say, Max fährt nach Berlin. Oder bleibt zu Hause. So the conjunction oder has brought two sentences together and formed one sentence. As just mentioned, this big sentence is made of two sentences. Max fährt nach Berlin is a Hauptsatz and bleibt zu Hause is also a Hauptsatz. In both these sentences, the verb is in the second position. That's why they are known as Hauptsatz. Some conjunctions push the verb to the end of the sentence. These kind of sentences are known as Nebensätze or in singular Nebensatz. If you want to know more details on this, you can watch our video on Nebensätze mit das. The link is given below. Coming back to oder. As you can see, it's placed right in the middle of two sentences. The position it's given is 0 because in the second Hauptsatz, the verb is in the second position, the subject is in the first position, hence the position of oder is 0. This rule is the same for all the o sudah conjunctions. Let's look at another example. Am Wochenende besuche ich meine Tante oder ich besuche meine Oma. In such sentences where the subject and the verb are being repeated in both the Hauptsätze, then you would remove it from the second sentence. Hence, your sentence would be Am Wochenende besuche ich meine Tante oder meine Oma. Here's another sentence. Ich nehme eine Pizza oder ein Sandwich. In this case, the conjunction oder brings together a Hauptsatz and a Satzelement. Because as discussed, you don't need to repeat the subject and the verb again. Here's another example. Sprichst du Spanisch oder Französisch? Next conjunction is also very simple. Und. And the first example is: Ich esse einen Hamburger und ich trinke einen Saft. Here also, the conjunction und is bringing two sentences together. Ich esse einen Hamburger, and the second Hauptsatz is ich trinke einen Saft. The position of the conjunction und remains null. In this case, the verbs are different, but the subject is the same. Hence, we remove the subject from the second sentence and we say: Ich esse einen Hamburger und trinke einen Saft. Let's look at another sentence. Ich nehme einen Kaffee und ich nehme ein Sandwich. Now in this case, since the verb and the subject for both the sentences are the same, we don't need to repeat them. We would say: Ich nehme einen Kaffee und ein Sandwich. Here's another example with the conjunction und. Sabine und Michael spielen mit ihren Freunden. The next conjunction is aber. And here's the first example. Er wollte ins Kino gehen, aber alle Tickets waren ausverkauft. Here also, the conjunction aber is bringing two sentences together. The first sentence is Er wollte ins Kino gehen. And the second Hauptsatz is alle Tickets waren ausverkauft. In both the sentences, the verb remains in the second position, whereas the conjunction is in the zeroth position. There's one thing that you should remember here. Whenever you are using aber as a conjunction, do remember to put a comma between the two sentences, that is, before aber. Here's another sentence. Die Lehrerin ist nett, aber streng. In this case, the conjunction is joining a sentence and a Satz element. Here's another sentence to make you understand the meaning and the use of the conjunction aber. Ich möchte eine Smartwatch kaufen, aber sie ist zu teuer. Let's move on to the next conjunction. Sondern. Sondern is very similar to aber, but is used in special cases. Let's look at a few sentences to understand its usage. Here's the first one. Er liebt mich nicht, sondern er liebt Petra. Here again the conjunction sondern is joining two Hauptsätze. Er liebt mich nicht and er liebt Petra. When the first Hauptsatz is negative, that means there is a word like nicht or kein. In such a case, you would use the conjunction sondern. And here also, since the subject and the verb in both the sentences is the same, you would just say Er liebt mich nicht, sondern Petra. Just like the conjunction aber, you must put a comma before the conjunction sondern. Let's look at a few more examples. Sie kommt nicht heute, sondern morgen. Das ist kein Buch, sondern eine Schokolade. Do remember that the first sentence with sondern is always in negative. Here's another example. Ich kaufe das Geschenk, nicht für mich, sondern für meine Mutter. Now we come to the last conjunction, denn. Denn is used as a conjunction when you're giving a reason for something. Let's look at the first example. Ich lerne Deutsch, denn ich will in Deutschland studieren. Here also, the conjunction denn brings together two sentences. The first Hauptsatz is Ich lerne Deutsch. The second one is Ich will in Deutschland studieren. Don't forget that the position of conjunction here is in the zeroth position. And just like aber and sondern, the conjunction denn also uses a comma before it. Another example is Sie arbeitet heute nicht, denn sie ist krank. Well, in the case of denn, even though the subjects in both the sentences are the same, we will not remove them in the second sentence. This is because the second sentence